just like to take this opportunity to say thank you to the Saanich Peninsula Hospital and Health Foundation for hosting an event in our community to raise important funds for the health and well-being of the community, for also including Saanich Nation in the territorial acknowledgement, and also including us in important invitations. We hope this kind of goodwill will continue to grow and flourish and result in a lot of important health improvements in our community. Thank you very much. Bye, Scott.
Hi. Oh, wait a second, hold on. I gather it's this year's Gala at home. COVID is crazy. And I was asked by the foundation to talk to you about some of the challenges of COVID. I'm standing here in front of Shoreline, and whenever I'm at work or at San Pen, I always think of the foundation in the community and how much you guys have supported us. But now I just want to give a little bit of talk about COVID. It's important during these times to eat well, and to stay active. I just came back from Sydney Bakery. I swear they're the best donuts. And get into a good routine for our mental and physical health. This is what's important during these times, because we have no idea how long it's going to last. But having this event to fundraise for the community, whatever our challenges are, this is really important, and I'm so thrilled to be part of it. I have to go for another walk because I'm going to get 2 more of these for later on. I'll be back. Hi. I decided not to go for a donut and go for a bike ride instead. The real message I wanted to get across tonight while we're having this wonderful evening, besides Bonnie's message of wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay socially distanced, is eat well, stay active, and stay socially connected in every way possible with friends and family. It'll maintain your health. But make sure you don't eat apples because it keeps the doctor away. I did notice when I came in, there's a lineup of people, and I thought it was the liquor store, but in fact it's flu shot season as well. Please get your flu shots. Finally, thank you for joining us this evening. What a wonderful community. The foundation is a spectacular organization, and I thank you all and hope we all have a great evening. Good night.
Good evening. I'm Karen Morgan, President of the Saanich Peninsula Hospital and Healthcare Foundation, and I'd like to welcome you to our re-envisioned gala evening. Thank you for taking the leap with us tonight. Your support is always incredibly meaningful to us, but we're so grateful to you for help making a success out of what's been an incredibly challenging year. We're also very grateful to our sponsors and donors, many of whom were amazingly enthusiastic about getting involved in new and different ways to raise funds and engage the community. First, our annual sponsors, and they sponsored the virtual Dennis Malloy bike ride, the amazing scavenger hunt, and of course this virtual gala. Graphic Office Interiors. We are so grateful to Steve Nagy and the whole Graphic Office team for many kindnesses and much generosity. The McNaughton Group, Scotia McLeod. Chuck McNaughton, one of our longtime investment advisors, has been a stalwart supporter for 15 years. Marks in Sydney. Doug Bateman is a key member of the Sydney retail community, and we've been so fortunate that he and his dear family have been longtime supporters of our events. Our media sponsor, Seaside Magazine. Sue Hodgson and her staff go above and beyond in ensuring that we get our message out to the community. Next, we have many sponsors who help make this gala evening possible, including our sponsor, Peninsula Co-op. And I'd just like to mention that Peninsula Co-op approved the sponsorship earlier in the year. And when everything changed with COVID, they made sure that they told us, don't worry if you can't hold your events, We'll leave the sponsorship with you anyway. And so we're very grateful to Peninsula Co-op for that vote of support. Next, our gold sponsor, Firm Management. This company hosts a golf tournament in support of the Foundation and Victoria Hospice every year, with all of their staff devoting much time to its organization. This year, they weren't able to hold the golf tournament, but Rod Fimwright, the founder of Firm Management, made an appeal to golfers and sponsors for their support. Through his effort and the force of his sparkling personality, he has personally raised more than $30,000 for us. Thank you, Firm Management, and thank you especially, Rod. Our reception sponsors are Alliance Engineering Works and Amica. Our chocolate sponsor, the sweetest real estate firm in town, Holmes Realty. Our entertainment sponsors, those lovers of a good party, Beacon Law and Finlayson Burnett Architecture. And our supporters, longtime friends of the Foundation, the Smith Maneuver, and local MP Elizabeth May. Finally, we have our wine sponsors who made it possible for us to offer incredible prices on Church and State's delicious wines. Our wine sponsors are Wright Self-Storage and Henley & Straub, LLP. I'd like to mention that in this sponsorship, we've encompassed both our newest board member, Frank Wright, and one of our longest-serving supporters, Dale Henley. Dale and his partner, Chris Straub, are continuing a line of support that goes back for more than half the life of the Foundation. I'd like to ask you to raise your glass, and I'm just going to get mine. Raise your glass and toast all of these generous, wonderful sponsors for making our dinner extra special tonight. Cheers. And now I'd like to introduce the chair of the board of our presenting sponsor, Peninsula Co-op, Paul Hames.
Thank you, Karen, for that introduction. Good evening and welcome to the Saanich Peninsula Hospital and Healthcare Foundation's annual gala. My name is Paul Hames and I am the president of the board of directors for Peninsula Co-op. It is my pleasure this evening to be representing the directors, the staff, and the more than 100,000 members of Peninsula Co-op, which includes many of you. Peninsula Co-op is proud of its long-standing relationship with the Hospital Foundation. During the past 20 years, we have been the major sponsor of this gala and have donated in excess of $200,000. We are also very proud of our ongoing commitment to community, and as an example, last year made donations in excess of $600,000 to local community groups. The board and the staff wanted to do something special in this difficult time of COVID, and as a result, created a matching campaign of $150,000 for hospital and healthcare foundations on Vancouver Island. Your foundation was successful in raising $127,500. Last month represented my last meeting as a director of the Hospital Foundation. After spending 18 years on the foundation, I will miss my time there. I'm extremely proud of the contributions and the dedication of the people that I've worked with, and know that the foundation is in good hands under the direction of the new chair, Shelley Mann. I want to thank each of you for your continued contributions and support to not only the Hospital Foundation, but also to Peninsula Co-op. Enjoy your evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Paul. And now I'd like to introduce the chair of the Foundation Board, Shelley Mann.
Thank you, Karen Morgan. And many thanks to Peninsula Co-op, our presenting sponsor, for their support of this event. Their extraordinary commitment to the community is very deeply appreciated. And thank you, the guests, for coming this evening. Thank you for your resilience and a sense of adventure for trying out this new format with us. We're all in the same boat, but we're all happy that we're together and we're being able to do this to raise the money for the Hospital Foundation. I'd like to acknowledge our board members. They're behind the scenes working diligently with their volunteer to keep the foundation going. And without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. We have 3 new board members this year, Barbara Menzies, Brian Neal, and Frank Wright. And we'd like to welcome them to the foundation and look forward to sitting with them around the table and hearing their ideas. I'd also like to thank Ron Tidman, our honorary chair, for sharing his name and volunteering his time this year for our campaign. Thank you very much. This year has been very chaotic at the foundation and for everyone. We started the year with a campaign to help our long-term care facility. Your donations really helped with special equipment and therapies that were needed. Then we quickly changed course, as everyone did, and you all came together to help our healthcare heroes with needed equipment and supplies to get us through this pandemic. Your generous support allowed us to invest more than $3.5 million into our hospital and community healthcare. Thank you. You may have noticed we've launched our new campaign last week. So for the 2020 to 2021 campaign, we will be helping our hospital catch up and get ready for whatever may come our way. The catch up is about opening our OR3 and making sure we have all 3 of our ORs up and running with the equipment needed, as well as getting the surgery backlogged finished. And we are getting ready. For the hospital, your help will allow hospital staff to rejig the front area in order to create a patient overflow with beds and all equipment needed. So when we are ready with our patients and we all have a room. With your help, we can get ready. Thank you for your caring support.
Thank you, Shelley. And now I'd like to introduce our campaign. This year, as many of you know, we made a significant pivot early in the year and began raising funds for an emergency response fund. We used those funds to buy masks, sanitizer, iPads for visiting so that the loneliness in long-term care wasn't so crushing, and that palliative care had the tools they needed to continue caring for their palliative patients. But now we're not sure what's coming next. We'd hoped that the curve had been flattened permanently, but it appears that's not the case. And so our campaign is devoted to helping the hospital prepare for what comes next. Please enjoy this brief video.
I would like to acknowledge with thankfulness and gratitude that we are meeting today on the traditional territory of the Saanich people.
So our campaign this year is fairly unique with everything that's been going on in the world right now. I guess the big question for us is what's next? Is there going to be a second wave, or if there is, can we handle it?
My way of thinking, in order to get ready, we're in the middle of a pandemic currently, and we don't know what's coming. We have ideas, we have thoughts, we have opinions, but we need to be ready for a surge in the hospital, perhaps people with sickness. We have flu season coming on us, different resource requirements. So when I'm thinking about us getting ready in the hospital, we need to be ready for almost anything, a disaster, for example.
And I think the biggest thing for us is opening that 3rd operating room. We need to be able to complete the backlog of surgeries and testings in case another wave does hit. So it's going to enable us to do that, as well as patient care and patient safety. You know, our hospital is not that big, and there was times where, unfortunately, patients were in the hallways waiting for a room to come up, and we can't do that anymore. So we need to make sure that we've got an overrun place that we can safely have our patients, and this campaign is going to be able to fund that to allow us to facilitate all of that.
We have areas that we can overflow into. We want to make sure people in the hospital are safe and you're safe.
SANPen has undergone some significant changes since the beginning of COVID. Initially, the fear left us watching what was happening around the world. We were in shock and awe. We felt like we were waiting for doomsday. So we ramped up really quickly, got together very closely as a leadership team, and moved rapidly to make changes.
When we are able to prepare, then our fear level is reduced and we have confidence that the healthcare workers in our community have the tools they need to look after us if we need it.
Donations this year are going towards our efficiencies in the OR so we can actually effectively tackle the wait lists that are really preventing patients from getting into surgeries. It's essential for us to be able to ramp up and get to 130% of what are expected pre-COVID, and we'll be able to do that with support of ongoing equipment and the needs in our community. And that's going to be based on the fact that we've done an amazing job at flattening the curve, and we're just going to need to keep working hard at that and making sure that as these patients come in, we have safe places to put them.
Community donations are needed for a variety of things.
What we really want to be ready for is to be able to take care of our community.
We both feel really fortunate to live here. Being restricted to base like we all have been for the last little while, it just makes you grow more in appreciation of the way of life, the ability to feel safe, feel secure, and above all, if you get sick, know that there's a hospital there that can take you in and look after you. And we can't take that for granted.
It's time for each person in the community to think about their responsibility to kind of step up in all of this, because we're so used to it being the other way. It really seems like at this time that the community deserves the response that is going to support all of us, everybody here. If there's ever a clear basis for the need, it's really right now.
Our community rises to every challenge, and our community knows how to get things done.
Thank you, Janice. Okay, now we're going to hear from Jim St. Clair, who's been our auctioneer for many years, and he's going to talk to you about how our auction will work tonight.
Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to this year's version of the live auction for the Saanich Peninsula Hospital and Healthcare Foundation 2020. Item number 1 for the auction is a dream bathroom makeover. If you've been dreaming of customizing your powder room, then this is the package for you. Update your bathroom with a floating vanity from Thomas Phillips Woodworking. Choose from modern walnut or traditional white shaker vanity. Can be up to a maximum of 36 inches wide. The countertop will be provided by Flowform Victoria, and choose from a selection of handstone quartz. You can also have a 4-inch backsplash installed if you choose. Finish off the vanity with a Delta faucet from Slag Building Materials. Slag has also donated a $500 gift card for bathroom accessory finishes that you may require. Also, Plummet Mechanical will provide 2 hours labor to install your vanity and make your bathroom the perfect dream makeover. Item number 2 for the auction is a trip to Tofino, where you can get away and reconnect with nature. Enjoy a 3-night stay at a beautiful 3-bedroom condo where you'll have large windows and stunning views of the Pacific Ocean harbor, islands, and mountains. A $200 gift card for dinner at the world-famous Shelter Restaurant and surfing lessons are included with your stay. Courtesy Daryl Norgard at NKPG Services. Item number 3 for the auction is the Parksville Getaway. Enjoy a 2-night stay at the Sunrise Ridge Resort in Parksville. This gorgeous condo is situated on Rathtrevor Beach, right beside the world-renowned spa, Tina Marera Resort. The condo sleeps 2 and has a pull-out couch to accommodate 2 more. Located right by the ocean, there is a pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Once again, this is donated and courtesy of Peggy Yellen. Item number 4 for the auction is the Black Rock Getaway. Rock Oceanfront Resort offers storm watching in beautiful Ucluelet, BC. Spend a relaxing weekend enjoying the beauty on Vancouver Island's rugged west coast. The appointed suite includes a balcony to watch the crashing waves with a fireplace and a huge soaker tub. The resort features pool, hot tub, signature spa, and artesian-inspired dining. The dates are from November 1st to February 28th and includes a 2-night stay. This is courtesy and donated by Peggy Yellen. Item number 5 for the auction is a Robert Bateman original print, which is titled Wolf Pair in Winter. This is the artist edition proof, 1 of 25. The image is 16 by 28 inches, and again, it's donated and courtesy of Robert Bateman. I wish I was there to encourage a little bit more rapid bidding. Enjoy your evening. Good luck with your purchases.
I want to thank Maureen Washington very much for providing the entertainment tonight. We're coming to the conclusion of the formal part of our evening, and we would so like to thank you for joining us. I want you to remember that bids close for the auction items at 10 p.m. So please make sure that you bid on the wonderful items that we have on offer. And stay tuned, because I have one award to give out, and that's for the best dressed. And that you'll find out in the video that follows who wins the best dressed. And early next week, everyone who won auction items will be notified if they haven't seen it on our Facebook site. So thank you again for joining us, for taking the leap into a virtual new world. Good night.